Hello everyone, this is Sheba Joy. Welcome to my channel Zion Shekinah Official. Zion is God's dwelling place, Shekinah is God's glory. Today we're going to look into Psalm 133 and it has verses, how many verses is it? It has 3 verses. Or is it 4? No, 3 verses. The fourth verse looks as if it's a verse, but I think it's clubbed into 3. So it has 3 verses and I'm going to read it from NIV version. Psalm 103. How good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. It is like precious oil poured on the head, running down on the beard, running down on Aaron's beard, down on the collar of his robe. It is as if the dew of Hermon were falling on Mount Zion. For there the Lord bestows his blessing, even life forevermore. The first verse itself, it starts with how good and pleasant it is when God's people live together in unity. I can talk about this in India. Recently, we had a very good program in stadium, and so, but a Christmas program where our state actually organized, the government of Telangana organized it, but and we went there. We went to see that. It was really beautiful. It was really grand the way they organized it. But unfortunately, what happened is not many Christians came, and it was really sad sight to see because there were a lot of other religious people, which is okay, but I felt that our Christians should have been there from all churches, only because it was arranged by the government of Telangana. And because when the government has thrown in such a lavish kind of a celebration for Christians, Christmas, they should have been there. And what I felt is that the church leaders were there, was really nice. The bishop was there, but under Methodist church, it has like Telugu church, Marathi church, Kannada church, what is that, English church, and also Hindustani church. So I felt, and also some people over there were expressing the same. Then I had all these thoughts because a lot of even Catholics also came. So we're all one body under Christ, and I think we should have the same mindset. And some of them said, your bishop has come, and they asked me from which church, and I said, yeah, your bishop has come, but he did not invite any of the church people. So they gave passes actually. So I think he should have distributed it to the pastors, and if all of the Christians could come there from Methodist church, it would have been really nice. And also there's so many churches, if the pastors could have invited their people by getting the passes and all that, because also the food was arranged in honor of the celebration of Christmas for Christians, primarily. So that should have been a set goal, for pastors to bring all the Christians in Telangana to come to that occasion, but it was not the case. So it was sad because some of the Catholics also kind of like expressed their Protestant presence and all that stuff, which was not seen there. So this is what God is talking about. It is good if Christian people unite together in unity, because he's saying it's a good and pleasant thing. It is. And also he's comparing, the word says that it is like precious oil poured on the head, running down on the beard, running down on Aaron's beard. So how and also on the collar of his robe and all that, and it's also compared to the dew of Hermon. So what a blessing. I mean, all these are blessings, when we unite together as Christians, as the body of Christ. to come together to worship one Lord, one faith, one God. And it would have been so beautiful, but that was not seen. The celebration was really grand. It was really, I mean, the way they decked up all the stage and everything was so beautiful, extremely beautiful. I've not seen like this before. And so they should have come, they should have come. And also it happened in Gandhi Bhavan. There also people were not there. So, this kind of miscommunication, jealousy, having your own mindsets and all that will not be a blessing, for the body of Christ. Because here the psalmist is talking about coming together, being one, united in body. See, Jesus came to unite us all. He did not come to divide us. He came to unite one body. He didn't say Methodist, Wesley, Baptist, Hebron, Lutheran, all these denominations, and the other non-denominational churches. He didn't say, one group is better than the other and all that. Yes, we may have differences, but why show the differences to the world? We should come together, be one, show the world who God is, not us, right? This Christian faith religion is not about us. It's not about us. As human, yes, we have many differences. We don't like People don't like some pastors. People don't like some churches. People are not tolerant about other churches, other pastors, and all that. All that, keep it to yourself. But why is it that we're not united? Why is it that we can show the world that we are one? I mean, at least outwardly, And then an important thing is, it's not about us, right? Christmas is not about A, B, C, D people. It's about Jesus. So people, churches, pastors, bishop should have definitely come into, bring their congregation together. It would have been such a beautiful sight to see, like it would have been a little heaven on earth. And I felt bad, when people were asking me, where's your church and this and that. But I also saw, other small churches, they brought their own people. I believe buses were arranged by the government. And what a privilege, right? I mean, as it is for Christians, nothing comes from the government. It's very, very, it's very like very less. But when they have arranged something like this in honor of God, in honor of Jesus, celebrating Christmas, I think, we all should have come forward to celebrate that with one accord. No matter, what our differences is with each other, or denominations or the churches or the pastors should have, I felt really, sad, because when they say, where's your church and where's this, where's that? So people were not seen there. And a lot of other Christian, different faith people were there. And the dinner was really good. They arranged very, very, not all, there was a little, it was little unorganized because people could not eat. Other people who went a little late could not eat. But yeah, it shouldn't have happened like that. And I believe they arranged buses and all that, and small churches did take their people to the venue. Lal Bahadur Stadium is a very, very, it's a big stadium where we play games and all that stuff, right? Sports and everything happens. And also I have very fond memories because as a child in, I think, third grade, yes, I led 100 people behind me. I mean, with me, 100. So 99 people behind me to do gypsy dance there in third grade. Our annual day happened over there. So I was first in line, and I was the leader of that, like 99 people. So we did gypsy dance there, and it was like a big thing, for me, for mom. They were so proud of me, because it was not also easy, that stadium. And if when some annual programs happen in stadiums, they're very big. the floodlights come up, the music sometimes doesn't reach, and and then we had to make like 5 circles. So when I went to the first circle, I had to make sure that the second girl made the second circle, and then I had to, when second girl went to the make the second circle, the third girl was behind me, so I had to give her directions to make the third circle. As soon as she was finished, and I had to see that going around in my circle, see that the third circle was formed. As soon as that was formed, behind me was the fourth girl, so I had to tell her, go make the fourth circle, and then the fifth circle, and then again, so much of coordination and all that. So my mom was really, 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 Munni mommy and Samta mommy, they were really proud of me, because I was just in third grade, and um, 7 years old. And then I still have the picture. If I find it, I'll put it. But yeah, so with that great coordination, and on top of that, I couldn't even hear the change of beat. For the dance steps to change, or for us to come back into the group in one group, or for us to again divide back into 5 groups and all that. But I had to see my, my dancer and the musicians all the time. So by his expressions, I could find that I knew that I had to change, because he would like nod his head. So I mean, from that far, I had to see and then do all that. It was a beautiful experience. It was, I think, fabulous that I did that kind of like great job, in third grade. So yeah. So but anyway, coming back to this, yeah, I would just request all the pastors and the bishops to really come forward to such kind of events and come forward together celebrating the birth of Jesus. It would be really nice. So this is what the psalmist is talking about, and may the Lord bless this word. And thank you so much for listening.